Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Monalisa Heliana and I am from the class of 6th semester at English Department students at UIN Mataram. Now I'm going to completing research statistic task. Okay, without wasting your time, let's move to our topic today. And don't forget watching till the end of the video. Well guys, our topic today is about normality test, homogeneity test, and p-value. Normality test. Normality test refers to a condition where the data in variable follows a normal distribution. Normality test is important because the dependency test, and Pearson correlation all require data to be normal distributed, while homogeneity test checks whether the variance of two groups are equal. This is important to compare the means of two different groups. Here the method of normality test, where a common way to test normality is using the Shapiro-Wilk test for small samples, where around 20 to 30 samples, or the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test for larger samples, more than 100 samples. For normality test, if the significance value, p-value, is greater than 0.05, the data are considered normal. Meanwhile, the homogeneity test, the most common test for homogeneity is Leven's test, where if the p-value is greater than 0.05, it means the two groups have equal variance, and to check the variance of both groups is similar using Leven's test before applying the independency test. And then, when should this test be used? We can use this test before conducting statistical tests like the independency test, dependency test, and the Pearson correlation to check two basic assumptions. And here is how to interpret the p-value. For a normality test, if p-value more than 0.05, the data is normally distributed, fail to reject it, null hypothesis. But if the p-value less than 0.05, data is not normally distributed, reject, null hypothesis. And then for homogeneity test, if the p-value more than 0.05, variances are homogeneous, where assumption meet, and the p-value less than 0.05, variants are not homogeneous or assumption is violated. Here is an example of research title or topic: a comparative study of students' academic performance in online versus offline learning environments. For normality test, the test assumes that each group's scores, online and offline students, are normally distributed. And a homogeneity test, the test assumes equal variances between the two groups. Maybe that's all for our topic today. I'm so sorry if there are many mistakes. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.